Okay, in this video, I will cover 7.3 and 7.4, which is simultaneous equation and break-even analysis. Okay, so for simultaneous equation, in school, you would have used a substitution or elimination method to actually solve the equation. Okay, or you can use graphs. When two graphs intersect, you equate both the equation, you can get the coordinate from there. Okay, so for now, we're actually going to use our calculators to solve it. Alright, so I've already shared the video, if you're using the black calculator and the silver calculator, how to actually solve the simultaneous equation. Okay, so basically, question 7.3, exercise 7.3, we're going to use our calculator. So a McDonald's hamburger and fries contain 820 calories. So H plus F is 820. In fact, the fries have almost double the number of calories of the burger, but not quite. So the exact relationship is, if you double the calories in the hamburger, so that's 2H, reduced by 20 equals to F, right? So now, if you want to put it in the calculator, it has to follow the right format. If this is H and F, this must be H and F also. Then you can plug it in the calculator and immediately get the answer. So you want to change it and meet this format. So you flip these two around, you will get 2H minus F equals to 20. So you can put this equation and this equation into the calculator and extract out H and F. So for now, I don't want to see you using manual method anymore. Next one, Sunrise Farm has chicken and cows. So first he counts the heads of the animals. There are 200 heads. So X plus Y is 200. Alright, now number of chickens and number of cows must be 200. Then he counts the legs and he finds that there are 540 legs. So 2 for each chicken and 4 for each cow is 540. Then you can plug it into the calculator. And you can find the number of chickens and number of cows. Alright, so number 3, now you will have two equations. Determine when the cost is the same. When the cost is the same, you got to equate both the equation. Alright, so let's look at this. You have two equations here. You equate them, you will get n equals to 4 hours. So here they ask you, explain the significance of the intersection point. What's the significance? At 4 hours, both the companies charge the same. Alright. So for question number 4, so you got two equations here. So let's look at question number 4. Two equations. One is for Sketchy Brothers and one is for Rent-A-Heap. So make sure you put it at 0.2 and not 20 because it's cents. So 0.2K plus 50, 0.15K plus 70. Then they ask you to graph both equations on the same set of axes. So same thing, 50 line go up, 70 line go up, and then it intersects at some point. So that intersection point, you got to equate both the equation and you can find it. That will be the next part where you will equate both the equation to find K. Then you substitute K into any one of the equation, you will get cost. So when is it cheaper to use Rent-A-Heap? So you look at your intersection point, before the intersection point, which is cheaper, after the intersection point, which is cheaper. Alright, so when is it cheaper to use Rent-A-Heap? Rent-A-Heap is the purple line. So the purple line is cheaper when it is after 400 kilometers. Alright. Question 5, you just write down your equations, plug it in the calculator and find your answer. Alright. Number 6, a company produces two types of boots. So standard plus work is 5125. The cost of producing the standard is 10 of each pair plus 20,000. Work is 8 of each pair plus 24,000. The budget on both is the same. So you equate the left and right. You will get 10S plus 20,000 equals to 8W plus 24,000. So now if you want to put in the calculator, you want something in this format. So you flip things around. You have equation 1, equation 2. So these two, you plug it into the calculator and you will get S and W respectively. All right, question 7, I've gone through this in class one by one. All right, I will also share the slides for you. So state the fixed monthly cost. Fixed monthly cost should be your y-intercept for each one. Gradient, you find 2 points and find the gradient. Always find the point that is accurately on the line. Linear model, they want your y equals to mx plus c. When will plan 1 be less than plan 2? So plan 1, plan 2. Plan 1 will be less than plan 2 here before this point. So equate both the equation and find this point. All right. So same goes to E, F, and G. It's quite similar. All right. I will share the slides where I have all this working with you so you can actually refer back. All right. So now we will move on to break-even analysis. Okay, break-even analysis is when your revenue and your cost is equal. When you have no profit and no loss. So meaning you equate your R equals to C. Okay, so if this is the example that we have gone through in class, you write down your cost equation, revenue equation, then you equate them and you find N. So the cost is 9 for each toasters plus your fixed weekly cost. So your fixed cost is usually your y-intercept, which is 12925. And your revenue equation is your selling price times the number of goods, which is R equals to 64N. Okay, then you equate your R and your C and you will get N equals to 235. So at 235 toasters, you are making no profit and no loss. That is breaking even. All right. So find the cost and revenue at this point. So you substitute 235 into the cost equation, or you substitute 235 into the revenue equation. You should get the same answer. Show the break-even point on a diagram. Let's draw the cost first. 12925, line go up. Okay, you can always tip it a little higher. This is using Excel, so it is accurate, but you can just tip it a little higher. Don't make it look so straight. And then revenue line, 64N. There is no y-intercept, right? So you come up from the origin, line go up, label your break-even point. Okay? So let's look at the examples. Find the break-even point for this. So you just take R equals to C, you will get your answer. All right? So you take R equals to C, you will actually get your answer. You will find your N and C. This one, they've given you, there is an $18 payable fee. That is your fixed cost. Local butcher sells it for 0.05 cents. That is your cost. So your revenue equation is, you are selling it for this much. So R will be equal to 0.5 N. Your cost will be C equals to 0.05 N plus 18. How many must they sell to break even? Equate both the equation and find N. If they order 240 sausages and sell them all, how much profit will they make? So how to find profit? Profit is basically R minus C. So you can take your revenue equation, which is 0.5 N minus your cost, which is 0.05 N plus 18. So your profit equation, in other words, is 0.45 N minus 18. So you just take 240 and put it inside here and you will get the answer. All right. Number 3, also similar, to avoid a loss, meaning your break even. Okay, so you equate the R and N and find the break even. So there are 2 equations, you just need to rewrite them. So this should be your revenue, this should be your cost, fixed cost should be 400. Find the break even point, equate both the equations and find the break even point. Okay, number 5. So Jim makes cakes, finds the cost of producing the cakes. So it's 2x plus 45. Revenue, R equals to 6.5x. How many cakes must they sell to make a profit? When they ask you, you want to make profit, is the number of cakes Then you break even, plus 1. Okay, so basically you break even at 10 cakes. The minimum number you have to sell is 11. All right, you find your break even plus 1. Okay, profit formula is your R minus C. So your profit formula is P equals to 4.5x, which is basically you take this minus this. So 4.5x minus 45. The costs have increased to this much, so you find the new cost, which is 2.5x plus 54. Substitute 12 inside, you will get 84. So the cost of producing 12 cakes is 84. So if it's break even, revenue is also 84. So 84 divide 12, you will get the selling price for each. So using this use the new values here. Your selling price should be 7. Your cost should be 2.5x plus 54. Find your profit equation and substitute the 40 inside. Okay, number 6. The total cost of producing X lamps in a month is C equals to mx plus B. Find the values of M and B. M should be 9. B should be 18,000. R should be 25x. R equals to 25x. Now, if the company produced 5,000, find the cost and revenue and explain whether it's a profit. So you substitute 5,000 inside your cost equation, substitute 5,000 into your revenue equation, and see whether it's a profit made or not. So you take R minus C and see whether it's a positive value. If it's a positive value, it's a profit. If it's a negative value, it's a lost. So sketch this just the way I taught you. Your R comes out from the origin. All right, so it's just a sketch. R comes out from the origin, C from 18,000, and then you label your intersection point. Okay, assuming all lamps produced are sold, write down the equation that can be solved to reveal the break-even point. For what number will they break even? So how to break even? Okay, R minus C will be equal to 0, or you just take R equals to C lah. All right. You get X equals to 1125. Next part, write down the profit equation. So this is profit is R minus C, 25x minus 9x plus 18,000. 25 minus 9 is 16x minus 18,000. This is your profit equation. Using this, find the profit for 7,000 lamps. Substitute 7,000 into this equation and you will get the respective profit. During a particular month, the breakdown in the fixed component increased to 24,000. Now find the profit formula. So it's very much 16K minus 24,000. To break even is when your profit is equal to 0, is 1,500 lamps. All right. So now they ask you when the profit is 12,000, how many lamps did they sell? So 12,000 equals to 16x minus 24,000. You solve to find X, which is 2250. Right? So this question is similar to the example that we did. If you look at the numbers, the example on the page earlier, the first example that we did is pretty similar. All right. So you find to break even, you find the cost and revenue, you draw the diagram. The minimum number they must sell to make a profit is 1 plus break even. If break even is 235, to make a profit is 236. The minimum profit, you write down the profit equation, substitute it with 236, you will get the answer. Okay, so now how many 100 watt must they sell to break even? So how to break even? Let's have a look. So first of all, you have your cost equation, which is 0.6n plus 660. Revenue is 1.15n. You equate both the equation. Your break even should be 1,200 bulbs. So the number they should sell should be 1,200. Okay, find the cost and revenue at this point. Substitute it into any one of the equations that you like. You should get the same answer, which is 1380. Okay. Next one, show the break-even point on a diagram. Just draw the diagram. Revenue will come out from the origin. Your Y 660 is your y-intercept. Line go up. Label your break-even point. Label your axis. Pretty much sorted. What is the minimum number must they sell to in order to make a profit? So what did I tell you? 1,200 is your break-even point, right? The minimum number to make a profit is 1,201. The minimum number to make a profit is always 1 plus your break-even number. No need to do working. 1 plus break-even. Okay, one more. Compute the profit or loss at a production level of 950. So you write down the profit equation, R minus C. All right. You substitute 950 into the equation. All right. You will get a loss of 137.5. All right. So this is about it for 7.3 and 7.4. I will also share the slides so you can refer for your answers. So we will move on to chapter 8 after this.